Well, ask him. We got to pull him on then.
Let's ask him.
Shit, because we need to know how the detail is.
Rashad Jamal.
Rashad Jamal, guy. Listen, he wanted
My boy Rashad Jamal, man. I ain't heard him speak in a long time.
to know one question, right? The only question he want to know is, have you ever been around a little girl, and for how long? And who was around y'all?
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. When me and my baby mama was together, we was together, what, 3.5, then 4
No. Hey, whoa. Look. First of all, we cutting the bullshit. We getting right into the shit. When was the last time you was around that little baby, your girl, when she said this shit happened?
And mind you, before we get into this and his response and everything, I want to let y'all know, I don't really know the particulars of why Rashad Jamal is really in jail. I just know it got something to do with like a kid and some crazy stuff or whatever. But I never looked into the details, particularly about the situation and everything. So I'm learning with y'all. If y'all don't know or whatever, if y'all do know, bear with me, because a lot of these details I did not look into. You know what I'm saying? But I do rock with Rashad Jamal, though. He be putting out a lot of knowledge, though.
I hadn't been around him in a year.
Oh, so hey, look, right now, my 402 is I see the man not guilty then.
Not guilty.
For sure.
Not guilty. Guilty
sure.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
I've been saying I felt like Rashad Jamal wasn't guilty because it's just what he be talking about, bro. Like, and not to say that nobody can't do the things he was accused of. Like, there are people out here who may speak knowledge but are still capable of doing sick things. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying just because he was on the activist type of stuff, he can't do something, but just based off the situation. And like I said, I didn't look too deep into it. I just know like the situation at hand. But from me watching him at the time I was watching him and everything he was saying, he was literally predicting himself going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was literally predicting himself going to jail. But you never know what people be doing, you feel me? But if I had to take my own guess, I would say I don't feel like he really did it. I feel like it was some, you know what I'm saying, some behind the scenes political stuff, you feel me?
Well, not guilty by state of what?
My state is, and I'm putting it out online, my state is, if this man ain't been in the possession of this little girl for a whole year and you talking about I did some shit, you ain't finna make shit up on me. You see what I'm saying?
Well, can I choose guilty with an explanation?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm gonna stick with guilty with an explanation, right? Because like, you can't be found guilty of my version. You're gonna be a hung jury or something like that. But the explanation is this, right? Here gonna be an explanation that if somebody can speak that you did something, then you probably did something, probably not close to that, but you did something, right? You did something so bad that they want to see you in jail, right? So I believe that he probably hurt her so bad or had him attached to her so bad that what she had to do that. Because a lot of times it ain't the statement that's false. It's the statement that's false. You probably don't understand that. It ain't the statement that's false. It's the statement that's false.
Right.
They didn't do it, but they did something else along the lines that made him want to see him in jail.
Right. So it's some other shit that she holding behind that.
Yeah.
That made her pull that stunt.
Yeah.
So they trying to say, so Unc trying to say he don't think that he did the specific thing. Cause I do know that detail that I think his baby mother called the police and said that he did something to her daughter, something like, or to their kid or something like that, something weird like that. But what 607 Unc is saying is he don't even think Rashad Jamal particularly did that specific thing, but he feel like Rashad Jamal might have did something bad to her in the past that made her just want to see him locked up. So she used that, you know what I'm saying? Like plotting type thing, you feel me? But I don't know.
I know, Unc, you hear me?
I'm listening, God.
See, look, this is the thing, too, that y'all know that wasn't brought up, too. Like, see, I went through 3 lawyers. Let the first lawyers go. We got the second lawyer, the third lawyers. So second lawyers walk off. Third lawyers we get to go to trial with. When I told the lawyers, I say, man, my baby mama has open defects record cases on this same child. So I know that she's using her child to do this. This is the youngest daughter. Not to mention that with the oldest daughter, she got 2 open felony cases for credit card fraud and theft and all this shit. So it shows she's a liar and a thief. Now check this out. I say, let's take a lie detector test since it's an allegation. I say, because I got locked up in Chicago. I say, in Chicago.
Yeah, why they can't just take a lie detector test? That's one thing I feel like they need to use more when it comes down to the system, the law, courts, and all of that. Because it be so many he says, she says in a situation, and a lot of times the police don't really be knowing. They just be going with whatever they think is true or whatever the case, unless they got some type of camera footage, audio recordings or whatever. But they don't always have that. You feel me? So I feel like in certain situations like this, why ain't we getting hooked up to a lie detector test? Why we can't just see like what's really going on, how certain people reacting in these type of situations. You feel me? But like I said, I think it's something more deeper than what we seeing. So
And all this so it shows she's a liar and a thief. Now check this out. I say let's take a lie detector test since it's an allegation. I say because I got locked up in Chicago. I say in Chicago they need physical evidence. So if I did this and it's just an allegation, there's no physical evidence. The best thing for us to do is take a lie detector test. Guess what they say?
What?
The lie detector test is inadmissible in the state of Georgia. I
Why?
say, huh?
Damn.
How the
that?
fuck?
In every state, listen. I'm gonna get straight
That's
down to
bullshit.
it.
I ain't know that either.
Hating them white folks. Let's get real. You hate white folks, gang, and the jokes up. Talk about that. Talk about. I got.
I don't even think Rashad Jamal hate white people. I think that's a narrative that they pushing now. But I think they push a lot of his content where he talking about that. But I don't think he hate white people, bro. I think he more so on the spectrum of trying to empower people, empower melanated people, and explaining to them how powerful they are because they do possess melanin or are infused with melanin. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more so on a deeper level. But if you ain't never watched him before, you probably would have that perspective that he just don't like white people. You feel me? But I don't think that's really his. You see what I'm saying? I don't think that's really his thing though.
White friends. Talk about that. Why you hate white people?
Listen, you know what's crazy? I'm glad you brought that up because I don't even hate white people. I don't hate nothing. I love everything.
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
Just when it comes to me breaking down the true history of where we come from as black folks, we've been lied to about everything. So anything they
We
hate
ain't
us.
black folks.
Now you
But I
got
wanna
you got
ask you
high
Take that back.
vibrational,
You're not black
what I like
folks.
to call high vibrational white folks, which is they not racist. They understand that we are the creators and inventors of the land, of everything that you see. So
You see what I'm saying? I think his stance is more so like that. Like he don't hate them. It's just he want to empower us because of all the BS we've been through. But I don't think it's more so like we hate y'all. It's more just like all right, I'm about to empower my people, and that don't include y'all. You see what I'm saying? I think that's all it really is. I don't think it's deeper than that.
when I teach, all I do is speak about the origin of our history. And it's not my fault that white folks was created in a petri dish. So when I sit there and
In
say,
the petri dish?
y'all origin,
In the what? In the what?
Hey, bro.
a petri dish, God.
What the fuck a petri dish? Explain that.
Dishes you see.
Now that's why everybody think he don't like him because he say stuff like that. But I can see through it. Like I be like, it's funny, but he not really trying to like. Bro, it's hard to explain, man.
You can
They
eat.
have in a scientific lab. Listen, like the petri dishes you see, God, they have in the scientific labs. So what I'm saying is they were grafted from the dog, which is why they smell like dogs when they get wet. The pig, which is why they have.
No, but everything though. I was just talking to somebody about this though. Like, it's like when their hair get long, it's like it really is like dog hair. Like, all right, like when it's cut short, it's not. If you rub it, it feel the same as a dog. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that they dogs, but I'm just saying though, like it's a similarity. They be trying to say we monkeys, but we don't got hair like monkeys. You see what I'm saying?
Pig skin, which is why in the 60s the Black Panthers would call them pigs and people in our would call
Oh,
them
that's
pigs
why. Hey, look,
because
look.
they have
Oh,
pig skin.
hey, oh. Not meant to cut you out, blood. That's why they with you.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. That's what I'm saying. He say stuff like that, and that's what make him who he is. That's why I feel like it's political what he going through. Cause he say anything and just be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
That's why they with you, right? Because you sitting up here, right? You going too deep into they right? When you start around stepping on their toes, oh, they gonna play get back. They gonna play get back. I don't give a fuck how they gonna do
Hold on. I'm still confused. So a white person is a pig, a dog, a donkey. What else they is? Tell me about this.
This the exact four animals: the dog, the pig.
And 607, by the way, is definitely undercover loving this shit though. Like deep down, he loving all of this, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Cause 607 be on the same type of timing for real. He just more comedic with his, but he loving this though for sure.
This the exact four animals: the dog, the pig, the snub-nosed monkey to be exact, and the lemur.
Bro, this dude is crazy. Hey, he said the snub nose monkey. I don't even know what a snub nose monkey look like. I'm about to look it up right now. Snub nose monkey. Let's see what a snub nose. This what they look like, Rashad? This what they look like? I can't even get it to focus. Y'all see it good enough though. That's what they look like, bro. That. Look at 607, bro. Man, that's the funniest thing he said on the whole call, bro. Something is wrong with this dude, bro. Hey, hey, man. Shout out to Rashad, man. You better hope they ain't listening to these calls, boy. You see what they did to Thug, man. They might not let you out ever again when they hear this. Hey, this crazy though, man. This dude crazy. Snub nose monkey.
The pig, the snub-nosed monkey to be exact, in the league. If you pull up, listen, what's crazy is this is where agents get their features from. If you Google a picture right now, snub-nosed monkey, and go to Google Images, watch what you see. You like, damn, they do look like that in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he said Asian people. He ain't talking about. Oh, he's talking about Asian people. So he ain't talking about white people. He talking about Asian people. But some people think that there ain't no difference for real. That's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly how he thinks. Some people think that Asians, whites, like they all the same. Like some people think like that.
Images, watch what you see. You like, damn, they do look like that in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, you'll see where they get they. So with me, when I speak on that, that's not me hating them because I don't judge somebody off their pigmentation or their skin. You feel me?
Right.
I ain't never heard nobody white. I ain't never heard nobody white. When I was in the streets thugging and gang banging, everybody I heard was black. I ain't never heard nobody
Right.
Oh, that's some bullshit then. You just said you heard of black. That's what's wrong with you motherfuckers. Y'all cool.
But he being honest about it though. I'm not gonna speak too much on this shit till I hear both points, cause I know where this conversation about to go. But I feel like I know what both of them about to say.
That's clear because y'all kill more niggas than y'all kill.
Let me say this. Hold on, let me say this though, God. Hold on, I got your back.
And that's what I knew he was gonna say. He's gonna basically say he evolved past that. Like that was him, but he evolved past that and grew into a better person. And a lot of people who own the type of time that Rashad Jamal is on, as far as being an activist and everything, they come from troubled past in a lot of cases. I'm not gonna say everybody is like that, where they come from troubled past, but people who are usually making a lot of noise in the political field, especially like black men who really speak with a lot of passion, a lot of times, like I said, they come from certain backgrounds where like Tupac was a Black Panther, or you know what I'm saying, like all that type of stuff. You usually be able to make sense of why they act like that.
It is.
I know you got no
I say a white man ain't never did shit to me. The only person that stole from me, that hurt me, that robbed me, been black. Right. The white man.
That's true though. That's true though.
They may have told me a little lie, but it was on my dumb ass to believe it.
No, that's what I be telling people too. Like I don't get too deep into the whole racism thing because it's like, bruh, why would I expect the enemy to be on my side? History has shown that these are not my friends. Why do I expect them to be on my side? When I say they're enemy, that don't mean I don't like them or I won't converse with them or I don't want to be anywhere near them. It's not that. It's just I'm speaking just from a perspective like black and white, bro. Like we don't gotta be racist if we just understand what's going on. Like he's saying, I never in my life had nobody white that wasn't a police officer really do something to me. And even police officers never really did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? They did a little here and there type stuff, but as far as like actual like stealing and fighting and all that, that's all from my own people. Anybody that ever fought or somebody that stole something from me or anything like that, it's all been my people. It's never been nobody white, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've almost fought a white boy before, but I never did. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Right? They did a little lie. I did the rest. Right? I fucked me up. Right? And white people y'all want to blame. Y'all can't blame white people for you blame your damn self.
But look, how you going? Hold on, you going too far now? How the fuck you gonna say white people was white people when all of us goddamn it is human beings?
We ain't all human beings.
We is all human beings.
Everybody not no human. Some people not human. We live in a spiritual world, gang. Some people is a dimmers, gang. Some people are not human.
Where they at?
They probably right next to you. Never know.
You.
Hold on. You got
an AI.
We got
You said you.
Hold up, gang. We got. Text. I kind of got a question for you.
Hold on, gang. If you gonna say it right.
What's the question? Why the guy on the phone?
I want to know. I mean, I'm gonna say that he's innocent, right? But why was he found guilty though?
Look. He want to know why was you found guilty.
Like, what did he do to be found guilty?
So listen. In my trial, the crazy thing is.
Your trial?
In my trial. Yeah,
You went to trial?
You know, they offer me 5 years. They say, well, listen,
5 years?
5 years.
Why you ain't take that beaski?
Which is the minimum now. which is the minimum now. We'll give you 5 years if you plead guilty.
Snatch their arm off.
I told him, I said, listen.
I ain't gonna lie, but y'all got to think about it from a deeper perspective than that, because who he is, bro, he's an activist. He's somebody who's trying to empower people, and even more specifically, his people. So y'all know that's threatening to a certain group of people. You feel me? So I'm trying to, bro, I hate when I do this. I'm damn near losing my train of thought. I'm trying not to lose it. Hold on. I gotta go back and listen. I lost my train of thought that fast.
We'll give you 5 years if you plead guilty.
Snatch their arm off.
Right. So this is the whole thing. That's his stance. Is he a political person who not political, but he an activist that's trying to, you know what I'm trying to say? He empowering his people. That's his image. That's who he is. That's what he believes in. That's what he stand on in life. You telling me you want me to plead guilty, spend 5 years in jail, and I basically just told the whole world that it's truth to what y'all accusing me of? No, I can't do it. I gotta go to trial. It's deeper than at this point. It's deeper than the years and the money. Y'all never gonna have me on paper saying I did this. Whether y'all want to convict me, say I'm guilty, and send me to jail or not, I'm not about to say I did this. I'm not pleading guilty to nothing. It's deeper than the money. It's deeper than the freedom at this point. Like, that's how I think he thinking about it. Just because of what he stand for and the way he live his life. Now, I don't know him. I don't know if that's really how his thought process is. But that's how I look at it. Like, I ain't even about to give people no ammo to be able to say that I said I did this. In no way, shape, or form, bro. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know if that's what his mindset is. I'm just assuming.
I told him, I said, listen. And they told me, they said, if you do not take this 5 years, we are going to make sure that you get found guilty. They told me this. And I told them, I said, listen, man, I'm not finna never plead guilty to no shit I ain't do, especially not on no sex charge.
You know we gotta do that.
This was drugs. I done copped out the cases before. If this was drugs, you know what I'm saying? Gun, that's different. Robbery, that's different. That's all in my background.
Not molestation.
But when you talking about pleading guilty to sexually hurting a
Yeah,
child
yeah.
or a woman that you don't stand for,
Yeah, you fuck with them kids, boy. You know that's an SOS, smash.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole, exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
Don't stand for.
Yeah, you fuck with them kids, boy. You know that's an SOS, smash on sight. Well, see you at.
Facts.
I know that y'all trying to do this to discredit my image, so I'm not gonna give y'all that. We're gonna have to go to trial, and y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do. I'm not gonna lay down like that because I already know I got millions of people that look up to me. So I'm not gonna sit here and this message I've been preaching. Now that the heat is on, I'm finna fold under that pressure. I ain't do that when I was in the streets. I ain't back down from no niggas in the streets. So what am I backing down from them now that I know who the real enemy is? That's where my stands come from.
Cause you in them, you in Crackerville.
Yeah, but they still ain't answer
Hold
my question.
on, we might got a verdict change. We may got a verdict change.
They ain't answer my
Oh,
question.
we got a verdict change. On the spot, he changed his verdict. He said you ain't answer his question, Rashad Jamal.
Yeah, I didn't hear his question.
He said why? He said why? He said what was the things?
At one time.
He said what?
3 people at one time.
It was 12 juries, gang. There's only 3 of us.
Yeah, you get judged by 12.
Listen, he's saying why did they find you guilty? The exact reason why they came back with the guilty verdict. Like why did the jury say you're guilty because of what evidence?
There was no evidence. They didn't come out and say we found you guilty because of shit. They said guilty.
Yeah, my shit back.
I'm taking my shit back, gang. He guilty, gang. He touching kids, gang.
Wait, hold on.
Evidence.
You're guilty because of what evidence?
There was no evidence. They didn't come out and say we found you guilty because of shit. They said guilty.
Yeah, my shit back.
I'm taking my shit back, gang. He guilty, gang. He touching kids, gang.
I got
Hey, 607 reactions, bro, be so funny, man. If you just pay attention to him, he's so funny, man.
Gang. He guilty, gang. He touching kids, gang. He playing with kids, gang. He can't give me a real reason, gang.
Dang, no, gang. My verdict back. That's
Y'all take our verdict back.
We going back in the 4-2. Hold on.
No.
Look, we came out for a reset break. Gang, this ain't nothing to play with, gang. I know. That's what I'm saying. When he playing, when he know that, you don't know that's ain't to play with. I ain't saying that. Listen, you gotta go back in the 4-2 though. He gotta make that statement right what he just said, gang.
I want, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, gang. Let me step for you. God. Listen. Listen. y'all don't know.
I ain't say we don't know, gang. We going back in the 402. We went on reset.
Listen, when he said that they found him guilty with no evidence, he mean they found him guilty based off her statement. Her statement alone.
That shit don't carry no weight to find you guilty, bro. That don't care. Your statement ain't gonna find you guilty, bro. They gotta have grounds to find you guilty.
Did they do forensics?
But that's what I'm saying though. It's deeper than what I know at all. Like I said, I ain't dig all deep into the case and all that to have no real true opinion on it. I'm just giving based off my intuition. If I had to come up with some type of opinion right now, if I had to, I would say I think it's political, bro. Like I said, just for me watching him back then and him always talking about the police kicking down his door one day, he used to always talk about it. So I just kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased because I used to watch him. I don't know. But they saying it's no way they could convict him just strictly on somebody's word. You feel me? It ain't no way he could be convicted off just nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's how they think about it. That's what they saying. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that they mind is thinking on a deeper level when it come down to just the political stuff. You feel me? Like, I know for a fact that the police in the past have did backflips, twists, and turns to get somebody who didn't deserve to go to jail for a serious case like this. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna put it past them to do it to him now. Because in history, we've seen people be wrongly convicted and sent to jail for crazy stuff like that. It's happened. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say that it can't happen to him. That's where I'm at with it. You feel me? But I get why they think and how they think it too. But me personally, I think they think about it in the, I don't know. I think it's deeper, bro. But I don't know.
Did they do forensics?
I stayed in the law library too many years.
Listen, check this out.
They did forensic?
They did a forensic interview, but check this out. When they did the forensic interview, she completely contradicted the statement in the forensic interview, God. That's what I'm saying. Like, the forensic interview clearly further showed that nothing took place. And the lady that interviewed her asked her, for example, she says, was anything said to you? And my lawyers pointed this out in trial. She said, was anything said to you? The little girl said no. They take a break. They come back. Then she asked her the question again. Was anything said to you? Oh, yes. He said this and said this and said that.
Right. So she getting coached. That's basically what he's saying. Like, oh, she getting coached because every time they speak to her, her story's always changing. It always go from one thing to another thing. Like, she might say one thing, as soon as some time go on, everybody gets separated, she come back with a whole different story. And it's only one way she gonna come up with these crazy stories that's not true. Her mama. That's basically what he's saying. She getting coached to do this. You feel me?
The question again, was anything said to you? Oh, yes, he said this and said this and said that. My lawyer stopped them and said, first and foremost, in a forensic interview, you are not supposed to say no breaks, cut the camera off at no time. Why is this interview not rolling all the way through? Why
they try to dig a hole too, blood.
Then come back. You see what I'm saying? Also, you got to understand something about my trial. In my trial, it was, my lawyer told them, for example.
Hey, dude in the back ain't trying to hear it though. Dude in the back already got his mindset. No, he did that. Look at him.
Blood. Then come back. You see what I'm saying? Also, you got to understand something about my trial. In my trial, it was, my lawyer told them, for example,
he don't believe it.
Up in my trial
he don't
was
believe
my
it.
Social media videos. Hear me clearly. They kept playing my social media videos. Now, what am I doing on YouTube? I'm on YouTube saying, fuck these white people, this is our land. We got to come together. We got to start our own black-owned businesses.
I'm talking about you can't be doing that. Unk do it too. He just do it in a different type of way. He low-key be on that too. He just, I don't know how to explain it. He just do it in a little bit more comedic, not as serious type of way. Rashad Jamal really be trying to rally people and all type of, like, you know what I'm saying? He be on it. Which I respect. I ain't gonna lie. You stand for what you believe in. You willing to risk your own life and freedom and all that for your people, bro. Especially in today's time where a lot of us don't respect nothing or care about nothing. You feel me? You a good one, bro.
They playing 2-3 hours of my social media YouTube videos. My lawyer stops the trial. I got my transcript. I can say on my transcript.
Who is your lawyer?
Your Honor, my lawyer says, Your Honor, I've been practicing law for 30 years in Georgia. Never in my life have I seen something like this. We have been listening to the district attorney videos. A sexual allegation being a black man. The entire trial, because they had no evidence, All they kept playing was my YouTube videos of me saying fuck these white folks. And keep in mind, I had an all-white jewelry.
Right.
I ain't.
In a sundown town.
Right.
The whole case.
All right, look, we heard you,
Hold
bro.
on, hey, look,
Hold
first,
on, let the brother talk.
let me tell you one thing. Hold on, now, I want to tell this brother this. Why would you take a jury? First of all, see, people got to know law when you go in certain cases. I would have never took no jury with no shit like that and hired other people to judge it when you just took the judge.
Yeah.
See,
the judge gonna find bullshit in the gate.
Yeah, you to the judge.
See, I ain't take the judge, but this why I ain't take the judge.
Your lawyer wants to stop. The lawyer say
on.
don't take the judge. They got some good. If they got some hard evidence, like some legal evidence against you, your lawyer say don't take the judge.
So
like the lawyer
right.
tell you if they got some hard evidence,
Right.
the judge going strictly by forensics, by this, by law.
Right, the judge
Okay,
got no choice but to go by law.
So he going off. He's saying they just convicted him. The white folks don't like him, right? That's
Right.
basically what he's
Basically,
saying.
right.
So he's
Ku
saying
Klux
his
Klan.
baby mama said.
He's saying political prisoner.
So let me. Did his baby mama do? She got some money now?
Do your baby mom got some money now?
What you mean?
Like, is she financial straight?
Is she finding straight? She got. They pay her off. He's saying. Was anybody paid off?
Listen. First off, she had 2 open cases when we went to trial, right? In that same county. My lawyer says.
Oh, that was the get back then.
Look, my lawyer said, isn't it true that you have 2 open cases right now in the same county with the same district attorney? She put that all on the record. After she came to the stand and did what she did with me, they dropped her cases.
So what happened? Look,
Now,
they dropped her cases.
they dropped her cases completely. All on the record. After she came to the stand and did what she did with me, they dropped her cases.
So what happened? Look,
Now,
they dropped her cases.
Dropped her cases is crazy. If that's true, if that really happened like that, then yeah, I think it's definitely something going on behind the scenes. But like I said, there's so many different perspectives and ways you could look at a situation like this, because it's just messy, period, whenever you're talking about kids and all that type of stuff when it comes down to a case. But if she came and helped get you in jail and they dropped both her cases, bruh, you know there was some conversations being talked about behind closed doors that you ain't know nothing about, bro. You feel me?
they dropped her cases completely. She had.
Nah, come on. Nah. That's what I said.
It's a home
We was on recess.
Oh, new verdict coming. Hold up, new verdict.
See, this is the crazy part, bro. This is the crazy part about getting in trouble, bro. If it's a serious charge, it'll have people like this. You could say that you innocent, and even if you is innocent, bro, it's never gonna be 100% of people that believe you, bro. Even if you really didn't do it, it's gonna be people that's in and out of opinions on what you did. They don't really know what you did. It's no way for them to know what you did, but they gonna be flip-floppy, wishy-washy based on the news that's out, and this is exactly how they gonna act. This is a physical and in real life, real time example of how people is when you get caught up for certain stuff, bro. 1 second they believe you, the other second they don't, and there's just a whole bunch of opinions roaming around and don't nobody know nothing. And all the confusion that's lingering from person to person as far as what they think you did, it's all making you look bad regardless. Just off the fact there's confusion on it. Like, it just don't look good, like, period. That's what's crazy about situations like this, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we was on
these
recess.
open cases. You gotta pay attention to who she had with now. These are 2 open cases she had with her oldest daughter that was 21 at the time. So what mother, because my baby mama was 42 at the time?
Damn, I hate when they do that.
You have to provide physical evidence. I'm locked up on the allocation. So let me give y'all an example of what they did. That's just like me saying 607 Ankh and the crew, they robbed me, right? The police come lock y'all up. The police come lock y'all up, right? Then once the police lock y'all up, what the evidence said? They don't find no gun. They don't find none of my property on y'all. They don't even have no camera work, so there's no proof that I was even robbed.
Right.
There's no proof that I was even robbed. So you got to think about her allegation. You saying that you touched me, first and foremost, technically, if we going about legal wording of it, that's not even a child molestation. That should be a cruelty to children. For me to be charged for child molestation, allegedly, I should have touched you. You never even said I touched you. So where the molestation even come in at? All right, you did a child molestation charge because you know that carries more time. Now, peep game, let's go deeper.
I see that.
Once I get found guilty, they didn't even give me my PSI, my pre-sentence investigation, before they sentenced me. They sentenced me right there on the spot and shit me right out.
Nah, you don't supposed to
take
get
3
sentenced right
weeks
there. They
to
got to bring you back like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something.
Exactly, but check game. They didn't do that. Now let's get deeper, y'all. Let's get deeper. Now when I get to prison, this when they really showed how they feel about me. That it's all racism. Because when I got to prison, I got to Jackson prison, bro. They put me on 24-hour lockdown, freezing cold room, freezing cold showers. I'm complaining about this shit. It's so cold in that room that I got 3 blankets, 4, 5 pair of socks. I'm still freezing cold. Then from Jackson, they sent me to Hayes prison, which is a level 5 prison. Keep in mind, I just went to prison on a sex offense that I ain't never had on my background, so that I don't have a violent case. You sent me to a level 5, the worst prison in Georgia is Hayes prison. You sent me to Hayes prison and put me behind the glass where you send people that murder officers and murder inmates.
Yeah.
You put me behind the glass where I gotta sleep damn near on the floor, can't talk to my family, can't use the phone, the worst, harshest conditions. You got people that's locked up for murders. They get to walk around, hit the yard.
They sleeping with you.
But yeah, that's what I'm. So they basically just put him in a position where it's like he may or may not make it. You feel me? Like he just might not survive. They put him in positions where it's just like the worst of the worst. And that's what I'm saying, bro. When it come down to these type of crimes, bro, if they got a motive to put you in jail, you gonna go through some stuff, bro. You ain't just about to go to jail and it's about to be smooth. No, they about to make it hard for you in there because they already had the motive to get you in there from something personal that they feel you shouldn't have been saying online. You feel me? They say freedom of speech and everything like that, but how free is it when you gotta risk your freedom just to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if you can call that freedom of speech if you gotta risk your freedom to say it. But like I said, I didn't look into the case. I don't know what happened, but I got my I guess I'll call them theories.
But you got me isolated on 24/7 lockdown for what? And it's per governor. It's not per warden. My shit is per governor.
Maybe because of maybe it was because of the case you was convicted for. Right? They probably
No.
Hell,
No.
listen. You know how
Them cases they let out easy.
No, I'm saying I was in the feds. They made a whole penitentiary for them for their own safety. I'm saying.
No, bro. They be writing the cell.
This ain't for my safety. This for my safety. I was level
PC
medium
or
level
some shit.
security.
Yeah,
They
right.
sent me to a level 5.
Oh, yeah.
That's max.
That's super
That's
max.
Max.
That's Superman.
Yeah,
I'm in
Supermax.
Superman. Now check
Right,
this
you in
out.
Superman.
You in Superman.
It
Yeah,
ain't.
you can go
I'm
out
in
the cell
worst-
and get cut
I'm
up.
in the worst. Listen. Now hold on. Let's get deeper, Let's get deeper. This gonna blow y'all top right here. Do y'all remember a few years ago when Ahmaud Arbery was killed? This 2021, the black dude that was jogging in Georgia, the daddies, they came out and killed him.
Right.
Do y'all remember that case? It was a big case. It was all over the news.
Yeah,
It was right after Georgia.
Yeah, we don't even watch the news, gang. We just been in the
All right, well,
street.
check it out. You ain't gotta watch the news because it was all over social media, whatever. Listen, Ahmaud
I'm trying to
Arbery,
make you mad. I'm probably eat something
he
you
came
can't
right
eat
after
right now.
George Floyd, right? He was the black guy that was jogging through the
They
neighborhood.
call this crab leg.
He was the one that was jogging through the neighborhood, and the dad came out and
It's
chased him down and
good,
killed him
man.
for no reason, right? Killed him for you, right?
Yeah, I heard you.
I check this out. Ahmaud, the dad that killed Ahmaud Arbery, he locked up at the same prison I'm at. But guess where they got him?
Not eating crab leg.
Nah, they got him in the front. Nah, he's in the front eating crawfish, sleeping on a Tempur-Pedic 66-inch flat screen in his room.
Damn.
The whole nine. They know if he go to population, they motherfucker gonna kill his ass, right? They know these people gonna kill him if he go to population.
You got crab leg, huh?
You got the black activists in the hole. You got the black activists.
We can't tell the story. Oh, we got verdict. We got verdict again.
Changed my story. I said he was guilty. He ain't give me no. He
Speaking of Mike, gang, come on.
Gang, I'm not taking no sympathy.
What you mean?
He did.
He saying Mr. Get right into it.
He talking about other shit that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
top.
He ain't giving me no
What you
real
mean?
answers to no facts.
He said he ain't touched the kid.
Man, I'm starting.
Right,
to
but
believe
we
that
got
he
to we
touched
got
that kid,
we
bro.
got to
Why
we got
is
to
he
get right
locked
to
up,
the
gang?
point.
He locked up for touching kids. He didn't
Okay,
touch.
so he touched the kid, gang.
He
so
didn't
then-
touch the kid. You can't disrespect no guy like that. You don't even know if he did it.
Gang, for them to lock him up, gang, he had to.
Told about the girl.
Sorry,
The
man,
girl.
I understand that, but I ain't trying to hear all that, gang. Them white folks ain't going. It's
Paperwork. Hey, matter of fact,
Yeah, what a
look,
paperwork at?
get all you gotta do is put in the what's the name to get your whole. You get everything they said in court. Anything that they said in court.
First thing we still get the paperwork.
Right now, gang, I'ma say you're guilty. You know
His
what I'm
transcript
saying?
online, nigga.
I ain't seen it.
See, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you for having that mindset because see, most people vibrating low, right? So anytime they want to take
Nah, I ain't
Nah, we vibrating high over here.
vibrating low.
I'm gonna make a valid point though that I'm aware of because I'm a real guy and we're in the flesh, right? What I know is
We all guys though. We all
Let him
guys.
talk.
all through history, right? You seeking to speak as opposed to listen, right? Check this out.
Rashad low key on some like checking him on the low, like the way he's saying stuff. He like, listen, I'm a god, so you feel me? He low key trying to like say like, I see why you don't believe that. Some people vibrate low, and I'm a god. Basically saying like, bro, you just not on my level, so you're not gonna understand. That was really like a check, if you know what I'm saying. But I do want to see what he about to say, man. You feel me?
All through history, right? You seeking to speak as opposed to listen, right? Check this out. All through history, you name me one person that spoke out against the system, that challenged. And I know how I ain't no house nigga. You see how y'all talk about, oh, don't come to these white. Well, that's a house nigga mentality, nigga. I'm a real gangster.
Yep, I already knew it was coming. I knew that was gonna trigger him. When they start really saying like they think he did it, that would trigger somebody like a Rashad Jamal, bro. Like, you really about to believe that I did this, bro? Like, especially somebody who you trying to tell me you think I was playing with kids and I never did that in my life. I would feel offended too. Like, man, I don't do that, bro. You tripping? Like, that's a crazy thing to accuse somebody of if they ain't never did it. You feel me? So if he never did it, I can see why he would be mad like this. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep reiterating. I don't know what happened, but I told y'all what my opinion is, though.
House nigga. You see how y'all talk about, oh, don't come to these white. Well, that's a house nigga mentality, nigga. I'm a real gangster, nigga. So when I was killing niggas in the street, why wouldn't I get on that type of time with the people that's really oppressing us?
I told you talk about pressure. Well, I told you that's how I felt too. Like, he low key pressing him, like checking him right now.
With the people that's really oppressing us. Ain't nobody black never oppressed us.
Pressure
I'm
white,
sliding.
nigga.
I'm
Nah, he ain't press shit.
Chicago. I'm sliding years.
He ain't press shit, nigga. He touched that motherfucking baby. Or whatever that baby said he did. Them people ain't locked him up, goddamn me, for that. You know how many people goddamn me running around saying they don't like white people?
Yeah, but a lot of people do be online talk about they don't like white people, but they not doing it how he was doing it. That's what I'm saying. I was watching him, bro. I understand how he could have ended up in jail for something political, because not only was he speaking, like I said, I don't think he didn't like white people. I think he just spoke against certain things that they practice. I'm gonna just say that. Not only was he speaking up against certain stuff, but he was empowering people, and on top of that, he was doing it in a certain way that was getting him influence. Like, he was starting to be able to move people. Like, he was having gatherings and recording it, and people was really starting to listen to what he was saying. You know what I mean? And a lot of stuff he was saying had a lot of knowledge in it. So I'm just saying, whenever a powerful black man start getting other people to rally with him and something that he believe in that also contains truth, I mean, look at the history. What happened to them people? You know, that's where I'm coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that you will never see in no documents or evidence or nothing. The stuff that we can't see. Like, I believe in that type of stuff happening too. It's just certain people they can't see like that. Like he said, some people vibrating low, and I ain't saying they vibrating low, but I don't think they were vibrating as high as he was. You know what I'm saying? When he was out doing his thing. So I don't know, bro.
Yeah. That nigga touched them down. Every nigga that I know, gang, that's in that type of situation, they touch them kids, gang. I know a nigga doing life right now
Man, for the
on some
record,
shit like that.
man.
He touched that motherfucking baby, gang.
Nah, gang.
When you speaking about Rashad Jamal, obviously, y'all know who the fuck I am. Do your research.
I don't know. I never heard of you until today.
I don't fuck who you is, to be honest with you.
No.
You
Hold
wanna get
on.
on some shit like that, I really don't give a fuck who you is.
Nah.
This Trenches Worldwide news.
That was it. Oh yeah, that must have been it right there. Yeah, it was starting to get out of hand. I think that was it. Damn, I did low-key want to see like where that conversation was about to go though. But yeah, man, that's the video, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what y'all want to see next, man. I'm out.